He's a little sus. I'm enjoying the magic system. It's very dark academia. There's murder and mystery and very dark undertones. It's a really messy book. Like, good morning. I've been out of bed for like 10 minutes. And I'm gonna read. It's currently 6:15 in the morning. And I have not been reading as much as I want to. So that's the goal of this week, is to make some time to read. I work today. I don't go to work until 8. I need to leave at like 7:45. I have about an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour to read. And yeah, that's the plan this morning. Hopefully I'll be up a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'm listening to Academy for Liars, and here we go. I am about to head to work, but I wanted to check in. I read 6 chapters of An Academy for Liars, and I'm really glad that I did read, because I just haven't been making time for it, and it's really frustrating. It's the middle of April. I've only finished 3 books, and I'm behind on my Goodreads goals, so I am glad that I am accomplishing this. Now, I don't like to listen to books at work because I work in a very fast-paced environment and I need to be able to hear what's going on around me, but I will try to read an ebook on my phone. We'll see. No promises that I'm going to make any progress in either of the ebooks that I have going on, but that is my goal, is to, when I have some downtime, I will sit and read on my phone. Usually we all end up kind of talking and chatting with each other though, so we'll see what happens. So far I have read 6 chapters, so excited about that. Alright, gotta go to work, and apparently it's a parking lot on the way there. There's a huge accident, so yeah, wish me luck. Good morning. It is 7:30. I'm about to leave for work, but I just wanted to check in. Last night I ended up reading a couple more chapters before I went to bed, and then this morning my bladder woke me up at 3:30, so I couldn't fall back asleep shortly after that, so I listened to a couple more chapters of my book, and I'm currently on chapter 26. I think I was on chapter 20 yesterday when I last checked in. I did not get any reading done at work yesterday. We were like steadily busy enough to where I couldn't really sit down and read on my phone. So no complaints, because I'm happy to be busy at work, but at the same time I did also want to read a little bit, but we'll see how today goes. I'll be there for another 12 hours and hopefully some more reading to catch up on my Goodreads goal. I will check back in with you guys in a little while. Hey, I am just checking in. So yesterday at work, I was able to read about 4 chapters of my ebook that I'm working on. And when I got home last night, I was able to listen to a couple more chapters from my audiobook. This morning I started at like chapter 24, and now I'm at chapter 38 or something like that. I have today off. I have been making a lot of progress in my books, and I'm very happy that I have dedicated some time to making progress in them. I'm listening to a book called The Academy for Liars, and it is about this woman named Lennon. And Lennon is just kind of like stuck in a rut in life. Like, she's engaged, she thinks life is going well, finds her fiance is cheating on her, but she kind of knew it. Like, it wasn't a surprise. She just always had this suspicion. But she's seeing things in mirrors, and she ends up finding out about this college and decides to go to this college. Very much like Vita Nostra, where she doesn't really have a choice to go to this college. So that is really interesting. I am enjoying the magic system. It's very dark academia. There's murder and mystery and a very dark undertones of the college life setting, but it very much reminds me of Vita Nostra. But the magic system is very interesting. So basically, they can kind of push thoughts into people's minds. They call it persuasion. And Lennon also has this ability to call an elevator, and the elevator can take her anywhere she wants to go. I'm enjoying it so far. Not sure how I feel. There's like a little bit of a romance that's not necessarily appropriate, like not age gap inappropriate kind of thing, but like student teacher romance kind of thing, and I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna go finish listening to it. Hopefully today I will finish the book. I'm about 67% into the book, so hopefully I'll finish it and be able to check in with my final thoughts and opinions. And then I have another book to start, and I have the audiobook for it, but I need to start White Lark. So maybe I will be able to start that tomorrow. I do work the next 4 days, so we'll see how much reading I get done in those 4 days. Yeah, this is also part of why I'm doing this vlog, because some weeks I'm working, 4 days in a row between 2 jobs, and I kind of just want to prove to myself that I'm able to still read when I'm busy with other things in my life. Thankfully, I know that I will be able to listen to an audiobook on my way to work tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm working at my job that's a little bit further away, so I was listening to a book on my commute there. So, I'll check in soon. I didn't end up finishing my book last night, but it is currently 6:06, and I gotta go to work. I'm gonna listen to An Academy for Liars on my way to work. Hopefully make it a little bit more progress. I think I'm 80% in now, so like good chunk since last time I checked in. Still enjoying it. This book just keeps throwing more and more twists at me though, so I will hopefully check in this evening or tomorrow morning. I tried to get up early today, it just didn't happen. I got up at like 5:30 and just got ready for work, so I feel like this whole week it's been harder and harder to get up early, unless like necessary, like work. Yeah, we'll see how this weekend goes. This is work day 1 out of 4, but it is also Friday for the purposes of the vlog. This morning I got up at like 5:45 because there's some thunderstorms and my dogs are making a lot of noise, but I finally finished a book. I finished An Academy for Liars. I enjoyed it. It was a 4 stars. I think that I didn't really like the fact that even though no matter how high the stakes were, that Lennon didn't ever really feel like she was truly in danger, in my opinion, as the reader, because she keeps pulling this power out of nowhere, and like she struggles, but at the same time, like I know that she's gonna make it through. Does that make sense? So this morning I started Light Lark, and I won't tell you guys too much about that because I'm gonna do that in a different vlog for the traveling annotated book series. So if you guys want to watch that, you can. I have the first episode out now, but Light Lark would be my second book in that series. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been up since 5:45. I've been reading all morning, and it is about 8:30, and I'm about to go to work. This is day 2 of 4 shifts, and it is Saturday. morning. It's currently almost 7 a.m. It was a long ass night. I went and lay down, started a new book at 9:30, and, well, lay down at 9, was listening to my new book, and then we got a tornado warning. And it was the tornado warning that would just not end. So I'm pretty tired. I think I eventually got up at like 10:50 from sheltering in place and just went to bed. My husband stayed up and said that if there was more danger, he would get me out of bed and we would shelter again. But yeah, last night was a little rough. We did have at least 3 tornadoes that I know of in the area while we were laying under the mattress in the hallway and had pillows strewn about us and stuff. I told my husband that this was the worst slumber party ever. And it's true, it was the worst slumber party ever. Anyway, you guys are getting me fresh, rolled out of bed. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Lightlark. I'm not very far into it. I think I'm 2 chapters into it, but I really like the world building so far. It's about this, I think Isla is the main character, but it's about this cursed land, and there's 6 different types of beings, I guess, and Isla is a wildling. She's got to eat human hearts to stay alive, but she'll die if she falls in love, so I don't know, it's wild, man. But she's about to enter into this competition, which I really like trials, called the Centennial, and she's about to enter into her first Centennial as the leader of her island, and we'll see how it goes. Sounds like she's got a plan. She's a little schemey. Ruler of 6 realms, fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. So, I mean, the stakes are pretty high. She wants to be able to break her curse. Of course, I don't really understand, like, if these games are happening every 100 years and they're all fighting to break their curses, why hasn't a curse been broken in the past? Like, I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me so far. But I'm only 2 chapters in, so. Last night on audio, I started Listen for the Lie by Amy Tantera, and it is about this woman who was accused of murdering her best friend, and so she left her hometown, and now a podcast has come out where they're saying that she's a murderer, and they're kind of like opening up that cold case in a podcast, and it was 5 years ago. I think that part is really interesting because, you do hear these podcasts not solely focusing on one case, but that do talk about a lot of cold cases, such as like Crime Junkies. That's all they really talk about. And I think Crime Junkies does it in a respectful way of, hey, this has never been solved. If you have information, like, here are the facts that we know. But this podcast in this book sounds like he's just kind of doing it for entertainment and not being very respectful of the people involved. I'm gonna eat some breakfast and read. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know I'm still doing the vlog. Today's Sunday, and I worked today, but I don't go in until much later. So I should get a few hours of reading in before I have to go to work. And then I don't know how busy I'm actually going to be at work today because it's Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. And happy 3rd day out of 4 for work. I'm going to go eat some breakfast and hopefully wake up a little bit more so I make a little more sense. Hello! I feel like a brand new person after waking up, drinking some tea, showering, and doing my hair a little bit. It is currently 9:34. I'm about to leave for work, but I just wanted to check in. I listened to the book Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. I just finished chapter 16. I'm really liking the podcast episode. This is a full cast narration, so I really like that. I think that this is a very intriguing book. Like, I really don't know how I feel about Lucy's character. I think that maybe she could be guilty. She has these like intrusive thoughts of killing people all the time. Like, she's at the grocery store and sees this woman checking squash, and she just like gets this intrusive thought of bludgeoning this woman with squash. Like, it's weird. So I don't know. She said these thoughts occurred after her best friend was murdered, but it's just really strange. I don't know. You would think, like, as somebody that maybe witnessed her best friend being murdered, we don't really know what happened, and neither does Lucy. Lucy just like amnesia, black it out. She was there that night, and everybody thinks that it was her that murdered her friend, but we don't really know for sure. I don't know. It's really weird. Maybe she did murder her best friend, and it just kind of unleashed this weird serial killer in her. And I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it. I'm just kind of going along for the ride for this one. I'm not speculating or anything like that. At least not like officially speculating kind of thing. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in. I will hopefully get some more reading done at work today. We'll see how busy we are, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. Well, reading this morning was a bust. I read one chapter, but I'm on chapter 23, so that means I think yesterday I started on 16, so I did read a couple chapters last night. I don't remember. Editing Abby will put it in here for you how much I actually read. Her intrusive voice thoughts about murdering people is getting more and more intense, and now she's like having seems like an actual hallucination. Like, she's seeing her dead best friend now that she's back in town. It's giving me like Sharp Objects vibes. Have you guys seen that? I don't know. There's something really kind of eerie about this book, but I'm speculating on who's done it. I do think that it was either Lucy's ex-husband, because he's a little sus, or there's like a friend. His name's Colin. He's a little weird too. I don't know. Maybe that was just thrown in there for the plot, but I probably won't tell you the ending of the book because I want you guys to be able to enjoy it. But maybe I'll just say if I was right or not. The dead girl, her name's Savannah. The dead girl's ex, who was cheating on her, or seemed to be cheating on her. I don't know. Seems like everybody's cheating on everybody in this book. So a lot of motive for getting rid of the dead girl. I don't know. I know it's all going to unravel eventually. I am liking the podcast aspect though. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. We'll see if I see the twist coming, because I have a feeling Lucy being back in town too, she might be putting herself in danger. Now Lucy's just said that since she's seeing Savannah, she's probably going to have to solve her murder prior to her leaving town. Otherwise, Savannah's going to keep haunting her. And so now I know Lucy's going to insert herself into Ben's the podcaster, his investigation, and I think Lucy's going to end up in some real danger. Also, we don't know if she's the murderer or not because she has these intrusive thoughts, and she blacked out the night that Savvy was murdered, so maybe she's in danger from herself. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go get dressed for work. This is work day 4 out of 4, and it is 7:18, and this is the second to last day on the vlog. I'll finish my vlog tomorrow morning, probably. about books, baby. Let's talk about you and me. All the good ones, all the bad ones. I don't know where the rest of the song of that is in my brain, but that's what I got so far. Hi. I'm a little happy that I don't have work today. It is currently 11 a.m. on Tuesday, and since I had the morning off, I did still get up early. I got up around 5:45, 6-ish, and read. I finished Listen for the Lie by Amy Tantera. I liked it. I gave it 3.5. It's a really messy book, like really messy. Everybody's sleeping with each other. Everybody's cheating on one another. There's a really weird part with Lucy, the main character, and the podcaster. Real weird. If you know, you know. I think I told you guys that Lucy's like kind of hallucinating her dead best friend. That's not really resolved by the end of the book. I don't know how I feel about that. I did like the turn of events. It was like there was a good twist at the end, but it's just a really messy, convoluted book, and I don't think that you would be able to figure out who did it, like just going into it. I don't know. I don't read a lot of thrillers, so maybe people that read thrillers all the time would be able to figure it out, but I certainly didn't see it coming. But this is the last day of my vlog, so I figured I would tell you how much I read. So, in the past week, while I was a couple chapters into An Academy for Liars, and I finished all of that, I started and finished Listen for the Lie. I made progress in The Nice Guy. I started at 24% and now I'm at 38%, so I read 14% of that book. And then I am 2 chapters into Lightlark, which it sounds like a lot of reading. And yeah, I'm still behind on my Goodreads. I think what I really just need to work on is finishing the 2 ebooks that I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of Paranacy and The Nice Guy. Maybe if I focus on that, then everything will be a-okay and I will be a little more caught up on my reading goals. I don't think I necessarily need to get up earlier to read. I think I just need to be more mindful of my time with reading, because sometimes I get home at like 8 o'clock at night and I just want to sit down with my husband and watch a show. And other times I'm at home and I want to play video games and I don't want to read. And there's nothing wrong with those situations. I think if I actually want to meet my Goodreads goal, I need to actually read. Usually I do read when I'm playing video games, but lately I've been playing video games with my brother and we talk on the phone. So that's like a couple hours here or there that I could be listening to a book instead of, chit-chatting with my brother. But I like catching up with him and it's quality time with him. But yeah, I think that there are some things in my life that I could change that don't necessarily mean waking up early. And let me tell you, waking up early is not easy when you already wake up kind of early. Like Jasper usually wakes me up around 6 in the morning, if not 7, every day. I'm out of bed by 7 a.m. And like previous me, before I got a day shift job, would have been like, that's too early for anything. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this past week and watching my vlog. I hope that it was entertaining. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if this is something you would try in your own life. Let me know if you've read any of these books. If you really want to see more content from me, subscribe. I post a new video every week. Alright, I will see you guys soon in a new video. Happy reading. Good morning. Again, I already said good morning to you guys. I don't need to say it again. But so far, I've read 5 chapters. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm listening to. It is called The Academy for Liars. Yeah, that's what it's called. Why did I have such a brain fart? I have been listening to... Oh, hold on. Hold on, there's a pug. Just checked on you. Murphy? Really? You're so noisy. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, thank you. All right. Have to put Murphy in pug jail. But light lark. It's either Colin. I mean, if I just throw out these names, it's not really even gonna matter. But if I want to meet my Goodreads goal, I need to, actually read.